Hey there, YouTube. My name is Simona, and today I'm here to talk about feminine energy. I feel like that is a word I hear a lot more these days, but I'm not quite sure if everyone really understands the meaning of it. And and today I'm here to talk about how you can learn to connect with yours and how I've learned and am also learning to connect more with mine. First, we have to talk about what it is exactly. And I've heard actually an amazing analogy from another YouTuber that I actually listen to all of the time. Her name is Alexis. I'll put it somewhere. She gonna be tagged because definitely inspired by her. So gotta give credit where credit's due. Feminine energy is the free-flowing energy that you have that's within you. When you do something and you get like a warm feeling in your chest. The way she describes it like a buzz. But for me, it kind of feels just like a tingle. It's like right in my chest, right in my stomach. It just feels, it's just kind of like that fun, playful energy that everyone wants to engulf themselves in, you know? She kind of describes it as like the yolk inside of an egg, the water inside of a cup. It's free and it's flowing, you know? It's what you feel on the inside, you know? It's not what you think you should portray with anything like that. It's what naturally just comes to you. And what feminine energy needs to truly be able to flourish is safety and security, aka the cup that holds the water, aka the shell that holds the yolk in an egg. Like, you have to give it some sort of structure, you have to give it some sort of safety in order for it to feel, not it, because it's not it, but in order for you to truly flourish in your feminine energy and do it in a safe manner. One way that you can connect with your feminine energy is to realize that it's not a thought. It's not like some sort of like strategic plan and then you know, it's not forced at all. It's essentially what naturally comes to you and what feels good to you. Think about what you feel the best when you're doing. You know, like if you really love a certain sport, you think about how you feel when you're in your element and you're doing that sport. Or when you think about a hobby that you have, if you like to crochet or if you like to draw and that comes naturally to you and that makes you happy, think about how you feel when you're doing those things. And when you're just wondering how can you get back to yourself, how can you get back to feeling this energy, you think about what would feel good for you to do. And again, don't think, you have to think, but like, don't think, oh, I think this would make me feel good, or I think. Truly notice how you're feeling on the inside. It's feminine energy. There's just kind of like a magic to it that really can't be explained. And so when you are trying to imagine what makes you feel good, or you're trying to see what makes you feel good, think about those things that you can't even explain why it makes you happy. It just does. That's the feminine energy there. And which brings me to the second part of this, which is also really important, is that you need to learn to love and to trust yourself. On this journey, you will be faced with, you know, like difficult choices, you know, the day-to-day life things that may not seem like such a big choice, but every choice you make is compounded, as people say. You know, I forget what book it's from, but someone said that everything you do is a vote for the person that you're going to become. So you have your bad habits that vote for the worst version of you, and you have your good habits that vote for the best version of you. So you have to think, when I do this action, is it voting for the person that I want to be? For example, if I eat this salad, is it voting for, I won't even say salad, just say for the people who want to be in shape, want to be more in shape, you're not in your dream body at the moment. When you are eating, just think, does this vote for the person or the body that I want to have? And I think that will help you guide you to your choices. Now, when you love yourself and you care about yourself, to know that even though this may feel good to me, as in junk food, ice cream, this may feel good, it may taste good, but it's not actually good for the person that I am trying to be right now. So that's what I mean when I say it's important for you to love and to trust yourself, because when you love yourself and you trust yourself, it's going to tune your internal compass to point towards the direction that you actually want to be, or that you actually want to go in. In this stage, this is where you can kind of learn how to provide the safety and structure that your feminine energy needs in order to safely flow freely. But when I say like you'll be faced with difficult choices, and I just more so mean like you'll be faced with the choices that your past self had the same. You'll be faced with choices that your past self had to make that put you in the position that you are in now. And if you are happy with where you are now, then that's great. But if you aren't, then that means that you will be faced with those same choices, and you will have to learn how to choose differently and how to choose wisely. And when you love yourself and you trust yourself, you will then really understand what is good for you and what is not good for you. My third point is that you really need to start doing your inner work. You need to learn yourself in and out. Leave no stone unturned when it comes to yourself. You need to learn your attachment style. You need to learn your love language. You need to learn what triggers you, what upsets you. Don't ignore your traumas. Don't try to forget your traumas. You need to really sit down and face them head on, so that way no one can ever trigger you again. Now, life be lifing, so it's not to say that you'll never ever be triggered again, but when you can learn what really affects you, you can learn to also get ahead of it. Like, I'm trying to think of an example at the moment, but I really can't. So but basically the point of this is that if you don't know yourself, I feel as though, or I won't even say you, but me, from my personal experience, when I didn't know myself, I walked around letting people tell me who I was. And when I heard someone say, oh, I think you're like this, or I think you're like that, and it just wasn't really good to allow other people to paint this image of me when I am the one who truly had all of the tools to figure out who I truly am. I can sit and look at my past experiences, and I can learn what has affected me and what influences me now and what makes me the person I am now. And also, when I look at, also the point of this is to figure out what your beliefs are. Figure out your values and your morals, and what do you want to stand on? What do you want to let go of? You need to learn about yourself. You need to learn about the person you want to be, so you can figure out what the gap is in between that. When you learn about your values and you decide on your morals, you won't let anyone tell you what they are. And when it comes to situations where you'll have to stand on that, you won't be confused, because you love yourself, because you've learned yourself. You will know what will work for you and what will not, and things will be less confusing. You'll never have to wonder why. No, I won't say you'll never, but a lot of things will become more clear. Your discernment, which is a skill, by the way, will be way stronger than it was before. I say all of that to say, like, learn about the part of yourself that you want to hide from others, or learn about the part of yourself that's still a little girl, that's still unhealed, the parts of yourself that become triggered. look at those parts of yourself, acknowledge those parts of yourself, so that way you can begin to heal them. Don't ignore them any longer. Face them, love them, accept them, and learn how to use them. Learn how to use them to propel yourself into the person you would like to be. And my fourth and final point, which is honestly the most fun part, my favorite part, is once you learn yourself, you then know how to pour into yourself. You then know what you need so that you can be who you really want to be. This is the part where the self-care comes into place. This is the part where the solo dates come into place. This is the part where you learn new hobbies and you try new things. And this is where you really, really learn what sets your soul on fire. And when I say your soul on fire, that's what I mean, that buzzing, that humming, that really excited energy that just makes you, as a girl, like, just I like I said, it's just magic. There's no words that can really describe it, because your feminine energy is yours. And the way I feel mine and the way I connect with mine may not be the same way that you connect with yours, but we can use the same methods to learn how we can figure out what is ours. And with that being said, this part also ties into how you would really glow up on the outside, how you appear to be more feminine. Because I wouldn't even say appear to be more feminine, because it's just, it really, really, really goes deep, and that's for a whole nother video. Oh my goodness. That's for a whole nother video. But this part really kind of transitions into how you can be more feminine, or how you can express your femininity more on the outside. This is the physical glow up, the pretty skirts, makeup, or if you're into all of those things. But this video is more so geared toward how to connect with your feminine on the inside, how to connect with the part that you can't see on the outside, because I would say that's more important than how you appear. It starts on the inside. All growth starts on the inside. When you think about a plant, it's a seed that you put into the ground and you water it, and for a long time it appears as nothing is happening. But there are things that we can't see that's within the seed. There are things that we can't see that's under the soil, that's growing. And that's what this video is. This is the inside that grows that you cannot see. And then the next video that I will have, probably like within the next 7 days, a week, will be what that looks like when it begins to come out of the ground, and what that looks like when it begins to flourish, aka that feminine energy glow up, that girl on the outside, on the outside, what other people can see. But right now, this video is for what you can feel, and this video is about you, and it's not about how other people may see you or other people may view you, but this is about you on the inside. This is the foundation of your feminine energy. This is step one, to your journey. I really appreciate everyone who made it to the end of this video. I really hope that I gave you guys some good tips so that you can learn to reconnect with your feminine energy. If you feel as though there's something that I missed, or something that, really kind of provoked a thought within you, please leave it in the comments, because I want this to be a community of women who can really connect with one another, who can help and uplift one another, And I really want this to be a safe space for women who want to connect with themselves, connect with other women, really understand and begin to become the best version of themselves. So if you like this video, drop a like, drop a comment. I have more coming soon. Next week is going to be about how to not appear. You know what I mean? Next week, I said it. You know what I said. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Bye.